Why people leave the one they love. Everyone experiences pain and hurt in their lives. Some people deal with these emotions by withdrawing from the world, while others turn to their loved ones for support. Despite the myriad ways people cope with negative feelings, there are a select few who seem to be predisposed to split-ups. In this video, we take a look at why people leave the one they love and explore some of the psychological factors that might play a role. There are many possible reasons why someone might decide to end a relationship. There are many reasons why someone might choose to leave their significant other. Some may feel like the person they are with is no longer a good fit for them, and others may simply be unable to resolve the argumentative or violent behavior that is preventing them from staying together. Regardless of the reason, it's important to remember that everyone deserves a safe and healthy relationship, regardless of how unhappy they might be on a personal level. If you're struggling to make things work with your partner, it might be helpful to seek out professional help in order to try and resolve the issue. Some of the most common reasons why people leave the one they love include lack of commitment or interest. When a relationship is going well, both partners typically enjoy each other's company and look forward to spending time together. However, sometimes disagreements or fights lead one partner to decide that it is time to end the relationship. Another reason is difficulties in communication. If one partner feels like they can't express their feelings or concerns directly to their partner, the relationship may start to suffer. Issues with communication can often be the result of misunderstandings or hurt feelings. Physical or emotional abuse is another reason why people leave. Abuse is any type of behavior that is used to control, terrorize, or intimidate someone. Physical abuse can include hitting, kicking, and throwing objects, etc. Emotional abuse can include verbal attacks, humiliation, and withholding love and support. It's important to remember that any form of abuse is unacceptable and should be reported to authorities. Also, problems with finances is one of the major reasons why people leave. If one partner consistently takes advantage of the other financially, the relationship may not be sustainable. Additionally, if one partner spends more than they are able to afford, this can also lead to a split-up. Lack of communication skills. When conflicts arise, it's often difficult for either party to communicate effectively with each other. This can lead to misunderstandings or unresolved issues that eventually cause tension and conflict in the relationship. Conflict and disagreement. Just as in any other relationship, disagreements can lead to conflict. If one partner is constantly causing trouble, it can be hard for the other person to maintain a strong relationship. Furthermore, if one partner is unwilling or unable to resolve disagreements through dialogue, they may decide that it is time to end the relationship. Also, personal issues can cause people to leave those they love. If one partner is struggling with personal issues, they may find it difficult to stay in a healthy relationship. Issues like mental health disorders or any addiction can be extremely disruptive to a relationship and can often lead to breakups. Additionally, if one partner is not able to take care of their own needs, they may not be able to provide the level of support that is needed in order to keep a relationship together. After years of being together, some couples might find that they are no longer attracted to each other or are no longer enjoying the same activities. If one partner feels like the relationship is no longer fulfilling, they may choose to end it in order to explore new options. That is running out of steam. If one partner feels like they cannot trust the other not to hurt them or run away, they may choose to end the relationship in order to protect themselves. Problems with trust can often be the result of past trauma or unresolved issues from the past. Also, some couples just end up growing apart. If one partner has different interests or values than the other, this can often lead to disagreements and a feeling of disconnection. Ultimately, it's important to remember that everyone is different and has their own unique set of reasons for leaving a relationship. If you're struggling to make things work with your partner, it might be helpful to seek out professional help in order to try and resolve the issue. If you are in a relationship and are feeling like you may be considering leaving, it's important to talk to your partner about the situation. They might be able to provide you with some insight into why they are struggling and what steps they think you should take in order to salvage the relationship. In the end, it's important to remember that everyone deserves a safe and healthy relationship, regardless of how unhappy they might be on a personal level. And like I said, if you're struggling to make things work with your partner, it might be helpful to seek out professional help in order to try and resolve the issue. Argumentative or violent behavior that is not resolved is another reason why people leave the one they love. Argumentative or violent behavior is never a healthy way to interact with someone, and if it's not resolved, it can lead to feelings of frustration and anger on the part of the person being attacked. If this goes unchecked, it can be hard for the victim to continue trying to make the relationship work when they're constantly pushed away or threatened. Ultimately, if your partner is displaying signs that they're no longer interested in working things out, it may be time to accept their decision and move on. You'll both be better off in the long run. If you're feeling stuck in a relationship and don't know how to get out, consider seeking professional help. A therapist can help you explore your feelings and figure out a path forward. If you're feeling unsafe or threatened in your relationship, reach out to a friend, family member, or hotline for help. People leave the one they love because of an inability or unwillingness to listen to the other person's feelings. When communication breaks down between two people, it often leads to heated arguments. Oftentimes, one person will feel like they are not being heard or that their feelings are not being respected. This can lead to frustration and eventually a breakup. One of the biggest problems in relationships is when one person feels like they cannot express themselves freely. When one partner feels like they cannot speak their mind, it can cause tension and conflict. This is because the partner does not feel like they can trust the other person to listen to them objectively. When communication breaks down, it often leads to violence or emotional abuse. This type of behavior reinforces the idea that one person is right and the other is wrong. It also makes it difficult for the other person to open up and share their feelings. If a relationship is headed for a breakup, it is important that both partners work on repairing communication skills. This will help prevent future conflicts and make it much easier for both parties to leave the relationship peacefully. People leave the one they love because of a pattern of ignoring or withdrawing from the partner. People leave the one they love when they feel unsafe or threatened in their relationship. If a person feels that they are not being heard, respected, or loved, they may feel that it is not worth staying in the relationship. People also leave when they feel that the relationship is not going in the direction they want it to go. If a person feels like they are not getting their needs met, and they are not able to have open and honest conversations with their partner, this can lead to frustration and eventually an exit. People leave when the other person is no longer meeting the individual's needs. When a person is in a relationship, they are typically looking for two things from their partner: love and support. However, if the partner is not meeting the individual's needs in one or more areas, then the person may begin to feel dissatisfaction and ultimately leave the relationship. It can be difficult for lovers to work through disagreements and issues, but if one partner does not feel like they are being loved or supported, then it can be difficult to stay in the relationship. If a couple is able to resolve their disagreements and issues, but one partner still feels unsatisfied, then it may be best for them to end the relationship. People leave when the other person is too preoccupied with their own needs instead of their partner's. When one partner feels like they cannot depend on the other, or feels like their partner is not listening to them, this can lead to a breakdown in the relationship. If the other person's needs aren't being met, they may become agitated and eventually leave. People leave the one they love when cheating or affairs and unfaithfulness are detected. Just as we all know, there are many reasons why people leave the one they love. One of the most common reasons is when cheating or affairs are detected. Cheating can be defined as having sexual contact with someone other than your spouse. Affairs can be defined as a romantic or sexual relationship outside of marriage. When these activities are found, it creates a lot of anger and resentment in the spouse. This anger can lead to violence, which is a clear sign that the relationship is not working. In fact, research has shown that violent behavior is one of the main reasons why people leave their spouses. Another reason people leave the one they love is when their faithfulness is questioned. When someone's faithfulness is questioned, it means that they are no longer living up to the expectations that their spouse has for them. This can create a lot of stress and tension in the relationship. Eventually, this stress and tension can lead to violence. It's important to remember that faithfulness does not mean being perfect. Sometimes things happen that we can't control. So it's important to have trust and faith in your relationship, even when things go wrong. One other reason why someone might choose to leave a relationship are disagreements about finances, parenting styles, or lifestyle choices. Sometimes these disagreements can become so big and persistent that the couple can no longer live together peacefully, leading to a breakup. Other times, one partner might physically or emotionally abuse the other, which can also lead to a break. People leave the one they love for a variety of reasons. Some reasons are based on arguments that are not resolved, and some reasons are based on violence or other threatening behavior that is not resolved. In either case, the relationship cannot continue if the issues remain unresolved. If both people are willing to work on resolving the issues, then the relationship can continue. In any case, if you're feeling like you might be heading towards a breakup, it's important to talk to your loved one about what's going on and see if there's a way to resolve the issue. Because sometimes factors that lead to successful relationships often have little to do with the people in them. Relationships are a two-way street. Both people in the relationship need to be willing and able to contribute in order for it to work. And while there are many factors that contribute to a successful relationship, often the people in them don't have much control over them. Finally, there are a wide variety of reasons why people may leave their significant other. Some may simply grow apart, while others may experience escalating arguments or violence that is not resolved. Ultimately, the decision to leave is always a personal one and should only be made in consultation with a trusted friend or family member. May God help you in Jesus' name. Amen.